Okay guys, this is Calvin Smith and Duncan Leung from MobiSites. Today we have our new Xiaomi. This is a product of Lejun, our chairman at GWC. That's Great Wall Club. And we're going to unbox it today and see what it's all about. Unfortunately, we have not had our hands on the phone until this moment, so you will learn with us what's actually inside. If you'll notice on the front, it has a breakdown of the phone graphic-wise. The interesting thing is, although this is a Chinese phone pitched to the Chinese market, the entire front side is in English. On the back side, however, it does have the spec breakdown of the phone in Chinese. Beyond that, the box is your typical cardboard box with not much flash other than the orange Xiaomi sticker across the top. The only seal to the box is an orange piece of security tape. Beyond that, this is the phone. We will get to the Xiaomi phone in just a second, but let's take a look and see what else is in the box. It looks like we have your welcome book along with your warranty, etc. Unfortunately, I do not read Chinese at this current state, so I can't tell you exactly what it is, but I can tell you this looks like the power plug and the USB connector. Let's take a look and see what they look like. Everything seems to be fairly recyclable, so that's good. Eco points to Xiaomi. Yeah, this is your typical black USB cable and a AC adapter. Feels a little light, maybe not as sturdy as I was expecting, but it'll probably do the job. And then, of course, this is the battery, universal sign. Nice bright orange. Hopefully there's a bit of a charge. So, that looks like everything in the box. Definitely not like Apple. You do not get headphones, but you can purchase them on the website along with the much needed cover and screen protector. So now this is the Xiaomi phone. The front side, it has a protective film on it showing off the Mi symbol. On the back, very basic, as probably everybody's seen, camera, input, speaker down the bottom, advertising dual core. Looks like the rocker for volume is here. This I think is the multi button that you can set inside the UI as to what it actually does, but I believe the default is a camera setting. Power button across the top, and your headset plug on the very top. Nothing along the sides. So let's see, I believe from watching, yes. Okay, so while I'm not a fan of having to rip it open, in general that's the style we've done. So this is the interior. Camera again, SIM card slot, and battery unit. At least it's nice you don't have to put the SIM card in underneath the battery, so you can swap batteries out on the fly. I don't see any other extra compartments at this point in time, so let's see if it'll let me boot it without me pulling out my SIM card. Now, I've been told the instructions say to charge the battery. Obviously that makes sense, but for you guys I will probably sacrifice a little long-term battery life to show off what happens. There we go. Let's pull the film off. The screen is quite nice. If you read the Engadget review, they were impressed with its ability outside in the sun. Also, the speaker seems to work. There you have it. That is the home screen. Okay folks, we're back. Had a little trouble changing it in Chinese, though don't worry, it's not that bad. I just got a little confused, so we decided to cut it down. As you'll notice, everything has changed over to English except for some native Chinese applications. They are still in Chinese, but as you can see, we have our Gmail, our Android Market, Google Talk, Calendar, Notes, email, all that jazz, music, themes, camera. Themes, when if you want to, you can take a look at Pin Olson's site. They have a demo from Xiaomi's, one of Xiaomi's founders, and he runs through it. He's far more of an expert with the UI than I am, and he can run through and show you. But themes seem to be a way that Xiaomi is hoping to make money, and that you purchase themes through theme store. Everything else with the phone seems to work as expected. It's rather quick. Many of our coworkers at the office were highly impressed compared to what they are normally used to with Android phones. As you can see, sound displayed under your settings, your fonts, your toggles. Across the top you have your systems. You set your VPNs, which is helpful here in China. Your battery, your SD card, and finally your programs. Nothing too surprising there. I'm still getting used to this Android UI, though honest to God, this is the first time I've really used an Android, so as you can tell, it's not too bad even for the uninformed. This is allowing you to edit where and how your windows are set up. I think you basically just hit this. You can add another window pane. You can drag and drop them somehow, I believe. I don't know, I'll have to come back. We'll do another video later once I've memorized how to do everything to actually show you the WizKid stuff that this thing is actually capable of doing. Let's see, back to home. It's back to the home screen, but as you can tell, I did increase the window pane size. Beyond that, let's take a look at the camera. See what kind of functions we've got. Supposedly they updated. Oh, it's not going to let me do it because I don't have an SD card available. Let's see. We have at least an auto flash on and off. Ah, there we go. Oh, hey. It's quick. So, your camera button now, this is made to function on its side. You hold down to focus, like a normal digital camera, and continue to press to take the picture. Afterwards, just like with your iPhone, if you're used to it, you can view what you've done. Lovely finger. And return. One thing I did notice from playing with this is that it does have a small vibration, which I'm assuming you can turn off, but it's kind of nice to give you some sort of tactile feel for when you've actually successfully pressed a button. When it's sitting on something and you're doing, you can't feel it. It's very light. Let's see, music gallery, songs. Obviously I still don't have an SD card in here, so we're not going to be able to see much. There's a sleep timer though, which is nice. I think you can now do that with your iPhone, but it's kind of backwards how you have to go about setting a sleep timer. And I'm not sure what this is, so we'll click on it. Oh, clocks, calculators, all your torch. Ah, there's your flashlight. All important LED flashlight. Me Talk, Google Talk. Let's see if the Android Marketplace. So an emergency call only. We'll come back to that. File Explorer. SD card again. Email, notes, map. Looks like okay. So we have built-in Google, Facebook, and Twitter. Not built in that it's integrated into the UI, but it is available for you preloaded on that. And contacts list. You have groups, favorites, traditional, dialer. Go back, firewall. Let's go home. And I believe that's it. So, with all that said, that is the Xiaomi phone. Oh, one last thing. The weight, I'd heard that it was supposed to weigh a lot more, but it's surprisingly not as heavy as I was thinking it was going to be, and nor is it as thick as I thought it was going to be. It is about the size. This is my old 3GS that I will soon replace with the 4S. I'm one of that generation. As you can tell, the size-wise, not much bigger than a 3GS. So if you're currently using a 3GS, the Xiaomi phone is comparable, though it is larger, just by a little bit, about, I'd say, a centimeter. In thickness, they are about the same, and in weight, the iPhone is actually heavier. And then to bring in 1/3 for you guys that are Android users that you might be familiar with is the HTC Nexus and its size in comparison. Again, fairly similar. to phones of 2 years ago in size, but the price is far cheaper. Well, arguably you can get the 3GS now for free if you're in the States, but Xiaomi is not available in the States at this current time, so that is a moot issue. Well guys, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have a few more videos once we get everything worked out and I get it loaded up with a SIM card and an SD card so we can actually play with some of the functions. But until then, this is Calvin Smith and Duncan Long signing off from Moby Sites.